Yo, what's good YouTube? Zamcro here, aka Scoot, back with the Pokemon Battle Federation Season 6, week number 8. I had to think about that for a minute. I'm a little bit behind on my uploads for all leagues, and we're getting back on track, finally. We're 6-1 going into week number 8, and we're facing off against the only other 6-1 team, the Goldenrod Zebstrikas, coached by Skyrise, whom I've never beaten in Draft League format, actually. So, yeah, he joined the PBF in, PBF Season 3 or something like that. And he beat me in Season 3, he beat me in Season 4, and he beat me in Season 5, I believe. Pretty sure. If that's not the case, then excuse me, but I'm pretty sure that's the case, and we haven't played any outside battles outside the league. Anyways, my opponent, he is 6-1, like I mentioned, because he has this amazing squad. Mega Kangaskhan, Z Manaphy, Necrozma, Nidoqueen, Hydreigon, Klefki, Rotom Heat, Mienshao, Shaman, Rhyperior, and Raikou, or Raikou. I say Raikougars, so I say Raikou as well. So, yeah, he is coach of the Goldenrod Zebstrikas. I am coach of the Blackmont Raikougars, and we're facing off in week 8, 6-1 versus 6-1. I think my differential is like 2 points higher or something like that. Obviously, we're neck and neck. And this right here will give one of us the lead of the league. So yeah, that's awesome. And like I said, he's got Mega Kangaskhan, Manaphy, Necrozma, Nidoqueen, Hydreigon, Klefki, Rotom Heat, Mienshao, Shaman, Rhyperior, and Raikou. So I have this Greninja here that sets at speed, 2 points above Raikou's max speed. I actually couldn't set it at 362, so that's why I'm at 363. Max special attack, and Greninja's going to put in the work with this expert belt. The only thing that I'm not hitting super effectively are things like Manaphy, Mega Kangaskhan, Klefki, and I believe that's it. Or the Mienshao, but it's not that bulky anyway. Everything else is getting hit super effectively. Oh, Raikou's not. I hit, let's see, I'll go ahead and talk about it. I hit Necrozma with the Dark Pulse super effectively, Nidoqueen with the Ice Beam super effectively, and with the Surf super effectively, Hydreigon with the Ice Beam super effectively, Rotom Heat with the Surf super effectively, Shaman with the Ice Beam super effectively, and Rhyperior with the Ice Beam and the Surf super effectively. And I have Toxic Spikes. Nidoqueen is a likely bring. I actually expect it 100%, but I'm still bringing Toxic Spikes. I don't think I changed it to Spikes. I may have changed it to Spikes, but pretty sure I left it Toxic Spikes. And the Expert Belt with the Protein ability, this thing just puts out really, really solid damage. Like I said, it's not doing much to Manaphy. It's not doing much to Mega Kangaskhan or Klefki. But I can whittle them down and then put them in range of this monster known as Greninja. It is faster than his entire team, like I mentioned, and able to get 56 EVs in HP, which gives me a little bit more bulk. I can take Dark Pulses better from Hydreigon, can take Scald or Surf better from Manaphy, more comfortably switch in on a Necrozma that might want to, go for Signal Beam or something like that. Let's see here. And I guess that's about it. Everything else is going to bop me pretty hard, like the Raikou, the Shaman, the Rotom Heat if it's Scarfed. Anything that can outspeed me and hit me super effectively is going to bop me. So, yeah. But have a pretty solid defensive core this match. We'll hop into that in a minute, though. We'll start off with Celesteela, I guess, with leftovers, Earthquake, Air Slash, Protect, and Leech Seed. I realize this is week 7, and I've basically not brought a different set of Celesteela yet, besides the Leech Seed Protect set with some kind of 2 filler moves that work best for this matchup. Definitely have not. This is my Z Captain. I don't think I've ran a Z move on it all season. I don't think I've ran an Autotomized set or an offensive set all season, but I haven't had to. My other mons have put in so much offensive work. Greninja, Zard, they've combined for most of my kills. Crocodile, Swellow's putting in the work as well. So I've not had to rely on an offensive Celesteela. So I think that its role as a defensive mon it's going to be just that. It's going to continue. And yeah, so this time we got the Earthquake, which hits the Nidoqueen, it hits the Klefki, and it hits the Rhyperior and the Raikou pretty hard. Air Slash hits basically everything else for neutral damage except the Rotom Heat. I cannot hit the Rotom Heat for any kind of damage. Can hopefully, switch in on a lead or throw off a lead seed, catch it, and then switch into my Zard or a Crook, depending on if I know he's choice scarfed and I know or choice locked in any way, and I know he's going to go for the Volt Switch. Then it's a little bit different between what I'm going to go into between Zard and Crocodile, because I am running a bulky Crocodile this week, so I don't mind to switch in on an Overheat, but I don't want to if I don't have to. So yeah, let's throw off lead seeds. This thing's a good Mega Kangaskhan check. Checks like a defensive Nidoqueen pretty well. Checks Hydreigon that doesn't pack Fire Blast or Flamethrower pretty well. Has Protect, so me and Xiao can't like run wild with reckless high jump kicks. And yeah, I can scout versus pretty much anything. The only thing that actually like scares me immediately is something like a sub CM Raikou, as well as like other mons that might want to sub up. Manaphy would be pretty scary, like a sub Calm Mind Manaphy with just sub Calm Mind, Rain Dance, and Scald or something like that could be pretty scary. But other than that, I can just throw off a lead seed. Bring this in on something that can't, hurt me that bad. Say Necrozma or Mega Kangaskhan. Throw off a lead seed as he switches out into something like Klefki or Rotom Heat or Nidoqueen itself, or the Rhyperior or Raikou if he wants to be aggressive. But yeah, that's the thought process behind this thing. Is it takes hits well from Mega Kangaskhan Look, if you look at its stats here, it's pretty not. I wouldn't say evenly distributed, but I'm bulky on both sides of the spectrum, especially with my massive HP stat. So being maxed out. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Next up, we have a Charizard X with the Sunny Day, Flamethrower, Dragon Pulse, and Solar Beam. This is the first time I've ran a special Zard this season. He does have the Rhyperior. If he didn't have the Rhyperior, he was actually Zard food, outside of like a Klefki with Thunder Wave or something like that. But other than that, he was Zard food, or maybe like a me and Xiao's a Choice Scarf. Me and Xiao could do some work. If I was Dragon Dance, it could outspeed me and it wouldn't kill me in one hit. I guess it's possible, but if I run a DD Zard, I'm usually packing a lot of bulk. So, however, a no bulk Zard X would probably drop to the me and Xiao. Anyways, the Dragon Dance this week, because of the Rhyperior, and solely because of the Rhyperior, and also because of things like say he gets Toxic Spikes up with Nidoqueen, and I'm setting up a Dragon Dance or whatnot, but I'm poisoned, and I'm being whittled little by little. He brings in the Mega Kangaskhan, clicks Fake Out or something like that, and then I get hit twice plus the toxic damage, and then he switches out, sacks him, and brings back in the Mega Kangaskhan, clicks Fake Out again, and then all that combined with toxic damages and potential rocks, as I don't bring removal this week. I felt like his rockers, Nidoqueen and Rhyperior, were pretty. I guess they're very likely to run rocks, but I have a Greninja lead, so I didn't expect him to be able to get rocks up so easily. So Sunny Day, what it does is sets up the sun for 5 turns. Flamethrower is then boosted for 5 turns, and Solar Beam is turned into a one-hit Solar Beam attack. 120 base power grass type attack. Gonna bop the Rhyperior if I can get it off. It would be awesome. It also does more to Manaphy than Dragon Pulse does. However, if the sun is gone, then Dragon Pulse will suffice. He only has, I think, 2 resist to fire outside of Rhyperior, being Rotom Heat and the Hydreigon, which do not appreciate Dragon Pulses. And yeah, I thought it'd be cool to bring a special Zard X this week. I don't know if many people know it, but outside, if there is no Tough Claws ability, say Mega Charizard X had Levitate or something like that, its attack and special attack are identical, setting at base 130. The only reason that Charizard's attack is so high is because of the Tough Claws boost and the Dragon Dance boost usually. Otherwise, it is equal at base 130. Yeah, this thing's pretty cool. I hope it can work out. and if it don't, I can say I at least tried, right? Next up, we got Mr. Kaplan, the specially defensive Clefable. And the reason I'm max special defense is because he has Manaphy, he has Hydreigon, he has Rotom Heat, and I guess Raikou and Shaman as well. Things that can set up on a passive Clefable, or things like Sub CM Raikou could set up on me, but I'm unaware, so I don't really mind that. And I can just Moonblast through it eventually. I can Thunder Wave things that are not Raikou or the Rhyperior. I think Shaman does get Natural Cure, but it's not a big deal. So I can pass Wishes off to Zard, I can pass Wishes off to Celesteela, Wishes off to Crocodile. Lots of Wishes. Thunder Wave is really nice for speed control. I can paralyze the Mega Kangaskong, I can paralyze the Manaphy, the Hydreigon, the Mienshao, which is pretty nice, and I can eat up one high jump kick with no ease. If he is like a reckless choice bandit set, he will 2-hit KO me. There's no doubt about that. Because I am max special defense, I have 8 speed EVs, which allows me to outspeed anything that might want to speed creep that. If I had 0 speed EVs, and something was creeping me, 8 speed EVs allows me to creep them. The unaware ability protects me from like Tailglow Manaphy unless it's skill swap. Protects me from Calm Mind, Necrozma, and the Calm Mind Raikou, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's going to be Mr. Kaplan, the Clefable. We'll move on to Crocodile now with the Rocky Helmet and the Intimidate, Stealth Rock knockoff, Earthquake, and Taunt. Did not need any other attacks. I felt like knockoff and Earthquake was pretty nice because I did have Clefable as a switch into Hydreigon, so I didn't need to pack coverage for that or anything like that. Can get up my rocks, prevent his rocks. If I guess he could lead with like a Pasho Berry Rhyperior and guarantee his rocks, or like a Rindo Berry Rhyperior and guarantee his rocks. So if I'm thinking that at team preview, I can lead Crook and taunt him and prevent his rocks that way, and then get my own rocks up, and then Earthquake or knockoff, or etc. etc. I have quite a bit of speed investment, allows me to outspeed a Nidoqueen while still being pretty bulky, with a defensive boosting nature Impish, and not quite max HP or max defense or nothing like that, but plenty enough bulk to take on things like Rhyperior. Like I'm doing more damage to Rhyperior than it's doing to me, especially after an Intimidate. I can Intimidate a Nidoqueen, Mega Kangaskong potentially, knock off solid for all that, especially for Necrozma, Rotom Heat or Shaman that might have leftovers or something like that. Knockoff's really cool to get rid of all that crap. And this thing can take, with my HP investment, I can take a Hidden Power Ice from Raikou, unless it's like Life Orb or Specs or something like that. I can come in, eat one, and then maybe scare it out if he doesn't know I'm Rocky Helmet, if he predicts me to be Scarf or something like that. Okay, yeah, I guess that's about it for King Crooked there. Next up, we got Kamikaze, the Silk Scarf Swellow. Again this week, we're running U-Turn, Boom Burst, Heat Wave, and the Endeavor. So I have been running Silk Scarf Workup a lot, so I'm expecting my opponents to start predicting that or whatnot, and maybe don't want to switch out immediately, and they might leave something in, get some big damage off on me. Say Nidoqueen or Manaphy gets some big damage off on me. I'm going to outspeed the following turn and can click Endeavor and get bring their HP down to my HP. Boom Burst is hitting everything outside of the Clef Key, which the Heat Wave hits. I guess I'm walled by Rhyperior, but like I said, I got the Crocodile, I got the special Zardex, and I got the Greninja, so I feel pretty adequately prepared for this matchup. There is a huge possibility that Skyrise and I play in the playoffs, so I didn't want to bring like the perfect team or whatnot. I put effort into this, and I'm definitely going to try to win the battle, and I'm definitely going to. If I lose, I'm not going to say, hey, I didn't bring my best team and that's why I lost. But I really didn't bring the best team I could build. I brought a team that was very adequate and very competent, and that I felt like could still win me the game as long as I play right. And yeah, I guess that being said, we can hop into the battle now. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to go over my entire roster. So I got Z Celesteela, Mega Charizard X, Clefable, Crocodile, which you can see all on screen. I do not bring Suicune, I do not bring Delmize, I do not bring Jolteon, I do not bring Hitmonlee or Mesprit, and I do bring Swellow and Protein Greninja. So yeah, we'll hop into the replay now. Okay, so here we are with the replay, and my opponent chooses to bring the Mega Kangaskhan, Manaphy, Rhyperior, Hydreigon, Raikou, and the Nidoqueen. No Klefki, no Rotom Heat, and a lot of those other threats I was mentioning. And like I said in the team builder, you know, my team's exactly the way I said in the team builder. My avatar's a girl. I was not paying attention. And yeah, sometimes when I get on a different device, my avatar is set as a girl or whatever the default avatar is. And it looks ridiculous. Anyways, I am Zamcrow, coach of the Blackmont Raikougars. And yeah, playing Skyrise, coach of the Goldenrod, Zebstrikas, like I said, in the team builder and whatnot. And my opponent's got quite a few different leads here. He could lead with something like Rock's Nidoqueen or Rock's Rhyperior. He could lead with like a Choice Scarf Hydreigon, or like a U-turn variant, or like a Volt Switch Raikou, or just a fake out Mega Kangaskhan. Lots of different things he could choose to lead with here. And Grin was my like designated lead, but since he brings the Raikou and the Hydreigon, I don't necessarily want to lead with my Greninja, because he could U-turn out with Hydreigon or just Volt Switch out with the Raikou, and I can't knock it out with one hit anyway, so me outspeeding it's not going to really help me. Yeah, so let's just hop into it here, and he does lead with the Raikou, and we get that right leading with the Crocodile here, and we're going to be able to get up our rocks, as well as, you know, knock off incoming mons, or click Earthquake here is a fine play as well. Hydreigon could be a switch in, it's very likely. I would say it's pretty safe to switch into Crook. Just got to scout and make sure that I don't have superpower or anything immediately afterwards. And he could just U-turn out. So yeah, I'm just going to set up my rocks here, I believe. And he is forced out and goes into his Rhyperior. And here I'm just going to click Taunt. I don't want him getting his rocks up. My Zord does not like rocks. He goes straight into the Hydreigon here, and I do just click the Earthquake. I probably should just click Knockoff to get rid of any potential berries that the Rhyperior might have, or any item that if he switched into like Raikou or the Nidoqueen, which was unlikely. Well, he wasn't. He was the Raikou already, but no, he was the Rhyperior. Excuse me. Unlikely he switches in the Raikou or the Nidoqueen in on a suspected Earthquake or a knockoff even. So yeah, Hydreigon was definitely the play there. He clicks Draco Meteor here. I go into my Clefable here, And basically, I'm going to double out predicting his Nidoqueen. Okay, so here's where we're at now. And he hard switches out into Crook, and I'm going to predict that as well. And I'm going to hard switch out into my... He switches out into his Rhyperior, excuse me. I'll switch out to my Crook. Get the Intimidate off, and in another decent position here, I'm just going to click, I think, Taunt once again. It prevents the Manaphy from, setting up anything weird. Here I'm going to go out into Clefable, as he predicts that, makes a nice switch out into Nidoqueen, and I'm going to hard switch into Celesteela and click the Earthquake here. And he reveals Thunder Punch and does almost half, so pretty nice there. It's definitely a Sheer Force variant, probably a Life Orb variant. Hard switches out to Mega Kangaskhan here, as we hard switch out to our Crocodile. So perfect here, because we do, I believe, have the Rocky Helmet, and can, he's got Wish Pass, see there? And had I clicked Taunt there, that would have been really nice. And I'm able to get off these Earthquakes, and he gets a critical hit return here, so a bit unfortunate there. Rocky Helmet does do a lot of damage, but he is in Earthquake range here. And I'm just going to click that. No reason to overpredict yet. He goes into the Hydreigon and doubles out into his Rhyperior as I go into Swellow. And at that point I realized my Swellow has nothing to hit Rhyperior with. So I'm going to hard switch into my Greninja and go for the Expert Belt Surf. And his Pasho Berry allows him to live on 20%. Hits me up with the Thunderbolt. The Thunder Punch. And almost knocks me out. I'm able to pick him off there. And he brings in his Raikou here, and I want to test and see if this thing's Choice Scarf, like I'm suspecting now that he brought it in. And he goes for the Hidden Power Ice, knocking me out. And I just go into my Clefable here. I can throw off a Wish, or I can just double back out into Crook, predicting his Nidoqueen or his Mega Kangaskhan. And I get that right once again, and able to just pick off the Mega Kangaskhan there. He brings in the Manaphy. Now I'm scared, as he's actually going to just click Surf here. Doesn't do much. I actually forgot my set on my Clefable. Anyways, he hard switches into Nidoqueen here, and I'm going to go into Crook. And predicting that this is a huge 50-50 here. He could have clicked Earthquake or Poison Jab to take out the Clef. Well, obviously Earthquake wouldn't take it out, but it would do damage. And I predicted him to predict my Celesteela. So I'm actually going to be able to pass this Wish off to my Crook, as he does go for the Thunder Punch, and I get my Wish back since I am immune. And now I can fear that thing out, or scare that thing out. Click Earthquake here. It's going to be an easy 2-hit KO on Manaphy, but I don't want to lose Crook yet. It prevents Volt Switch spam or Thunderbolt spam in the end game. And I didn't really need Celesteela anymore since the Mega Kangaskhan is gone. So I go into Swellow here, and he hard switches out into his Raikou, and does not take Boom Burst very well at all. I'm going to hard switch out into Crook here. This is a big play for me here, and I actually get caught with a Hidden Power Ice, so a bit unfortunate there. He's going to be able to 2-hit KO me. Down goes the Crocodile, and now I'm going to bring in Clefable once again, and I'm pretty sure I just can click Moonblast here. Gets a little chip down on the Nidoqueen, prevent it from subbing up, maybe. Or I just throw off a Wish, that's fine too. So I throw off a Wish as he goes for the Poison Jab, picks me off there. And now it's Swellow and Zard versus the world. So let's see what we can do here. Going to Swellow, click this Boom Burst, drops that thing. He goes into his Hydreigon here, so I'm thinking, okay, maybe he Scarf Hydreigon too. Raikou's dead to rocks, so I'm just going to click Boom Burst here and hope this knocks out. And it misses out on the knockout. So I'm going to have to rely on Zard here. So what happens is, I am max speed, so I'm going to outspeed this Hydreigon. It comes down to Manaphy versus Zard. And who's going to win the speed tie is basically what this is going to come down to. Manaphy is in range. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and compliment him on his prep there. He has Habanberry Hydreigon, which is pretty neat. So he's got Manaphy here. If he goes for like a Hydro Vortex, he can knock me out. I don't think a Surf knocks me out. Ice Beam definitely doesn't knock me out, and if he goes for Tail Glow, he just loses anyway. So it comes down to a speed tie here, and whether or not he clicks the Hydro Vortex. And I'm just gonna click Dragon Pulse, and I win the speed tie. Gonna be able to knock that thing out. The Raikou comes in and drops to the rocks. So we're gonna pick up a very, very, very narrow 1-0 victory against our good buddy Skyrise. This is actually the first time we've defeated him in league play, which is which is pretty nice. It's nice to get, you know, some of those kryptonites that just you seem to never can beat. It's really nice to just beat them. Finally, Skyrise is an excellent player, so this is I take a lot of pride in this win, and we'll probably meet again in the playoffs or something. So actually, if we meet in the playoffs, it would be in the finals. So yeah, that's a possibility. Skyrise is leading his conference, I believe. Last I checked. Yeah, he was, because this was for the league leader. This match was for league leader. We win narrow 1-0, and we are now the league leaders, or the league leader. And yeah, that's gonna be it. So let me know what you thought about the battle, the prep on both sides, the Habanberry, Hydreigon, and whatnot. That's pretty cool. Lots of 50-50s in this match. I felt like I got some of them right, and it really helped me win the game. Speed tie at the end. If you did click the Hydro Vortex, I don't know if you did. It was definitely a speed tie, but I don't know exactly what move he was going for. So if he was going for Surf, he wasn't going to knock me out. But if he was going for the Hydro Vortex, if he had it, then he would have definitely knocked me out there if he won the speed tie. So yeah, good game to Skyrise again. One more time, good game Skyrise. And yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.